Genocide in Sudan. This is your brief but brief. Note that viewer discretion is advised. El Fasher, the capital of northern Darfur in Sudan, fell after enduring what has been an 18-month siege by the rebel RSF against the government SAF, the city itself being the SAF's last remaining stronghold in the region and marks a significant shift in Sudan's civil war. Within the first 2 to 3 days of capturing the city, the RSF proceeded to conduct systematic executions of the city's residents, primarily targeting non-Arab ethnicities that altogether numbered an estimated loss of 2,500 civilian lives, most notably the Saudi Maternity Hospital, where 460 were murdered indiscriminately. The RSF has publicly denied these killings among other war crimes carried out within the city, despite numerous eyewitness accounts, video and photographic evidence that were transmitted before communication was cut, and satellite imagery of the widespread destruction, and even sites for mass executions. This is the peak of the RSF's cruelty, but not isolated in its record of atrocities. After breaking off from Sudan's military back in 2023, the RSF sought to capitalize on the country's fragile government infrastructure to expand both their military and political power over Darfur and West Sudan, using brutal tactics to terrorize non-Arab populations to stand up their own autonomous authority, resulting in the direct and indirect deaths of up to 150,000 civilians, as well as the displacement of millions. This is not to say that the SAF doesn't have their own share of atrocities. They've committed multiple genocides and human rights violations over the past couple decades and are a part of why the country struggles to transition to democracy. This conflict is a power struggle with a military rival that is challenging the SAF's national identity. But what matters is the third party that is stoking the flames of this rivalry: the United Arab Emirates. The UAE has provided significant military and financial support to the RSF. The regions under the RSF's control account for 50% of the country's gold mining. The UAE is the world's second largest hub for gold trading and import 90% of Sudan's total gold production. Officially, through the SAF, the UAE receives $840 million worth annually. Smuggled illegally through the RSF, they receive $13.4 billion. So if the RSF takes over the country, UAE cements a more profitable partnership, all the while expanding their influence in both the East African and Red Sea regions. Therefore, it is to their benefit to sustain RSF's violent campaign. The UAE denies these claims, despite